What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Couch Quickies. I am your host, Omar, and today my creamy, never chunky co-host is... Come on, that's perfect.
Wasn't ready for that one.
Nadia Moham.
What's up, guys? I'm Creamy Nadia.
Don't say it like that. Just say you're not chunky.
I'm creamy.
Oh my goodness. Well, welcome to another episode. In case you haven't noticed it by that amazing double entendre that we just
Double
entendre. We're doing a couch quickie on peanut butter. Can we make it 20 minutes talking about something as innocuous as peanut butter?
It's going to be tough.
Should we start the clock?
We should start the clock. Let's just get every word in.
Let's get every word
Get every
on time.
Say one more word. We are hitting 20 minutes and go.
There we go. So, why waste 20 minutes on peanut butter? Not only because it's delicious, but because March 1st is National Peanut Butter Lovers Day.
Yes.
Like
Not
a federal holiday, I'm sure.
Yes, a national holiday. But not to be confused with National Peanut Butter Day.
When is that?
January 24th.
Okay.
And not to be confused with National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day.
When is that?
April 2nd.
You sure? You sure?
2nd. And also not to be confused with National Peanut Day,
which is
September 13th.
So
we got lots of days dedicated to the grand
The peanut has
peanut.
a really good PR team.
Yes.
It's like, yo, put me on that calendar, man. Year round. Now I want to examine the dates and see if it's really covered. Like January, but then March and April, then September. I was like, all right, it's not the best planning, but
this one is by far the most ridiculous, though. Peanut butter lovers. Like, this day is dedicated for all you peanut butter lovers out there.
So if you love peanut butter,
like
as
us,
we do,
yes,
then let's go ahead and celebrate.
Have you always loved peanut butter?
You know what? As far as any memory I could probably recall of my interactions with peanut butter, they've always been positive.
Me too. I love peanut butter.
I mean, I think that was sexy, by the way. I think that I think it's genetic.
Genetic?
You know, because
if you like it?
Well, I mean, you know, the peanut, it goes back to the Aztecs.
Must be,
the use of peanuts. So, you know,
okay,
it must be in my blood.
Because of your Aztec Mexican blood, it's forcing you to like peanuts.
It's not forcing me. It's allowing me to never put a barrier between myself and peanut butter.
Thank God you don't have an allergy. Nigel has this.
You know what? That's true.
We have a friend who is allergic to peanuts, Nigel.
Should we make an apology to all our listeners and viewers that have peanut allergies? This episode's not for you. Sorry. We don't want to exclude anyone, but listen in.
Hey, still listen. It's okay. We may say things.
Live vicariously through our through our peanut wisdom.
Well, you have a lot of long facts about
you know what? I always
origins. Or
well, here's the thing. Is like I always like to know a little bit of the history.
Right.
So what happens is I take a lot of that stuff that would be interesting to me, and I'll throw it in the notes. And then it's not necessarily ever going to be used, but I always be like, okay, in case I want to pull something from it, I'd rather be in the notes than me have to go like back and forth to all the websites and stuff. So yeah, I do inundate our like basically our little outline with a ton of stuff that sometimes never even gets used. But before we move on, I do want to give a quick shout out to Belching Beaver Brewery. We are drinking their peanut butter milk stout right now.
It's pretty good.
Not sponsored by Belching Beaver, but please go for it. We would like it. What do you think so far? Peanut butter beer.
I like it. Now, I just had a little bit of peanut butter in my mouth already, so I don't know if I'm still tasting the remnants of that.
Right, I got you.
But like you said on the bottle, I've never had to pour a beer like that. That was interesting.
Right. Well, these beers happen to be nitro stouts. And normally you used to only be able to get nitro stouts at a bar, right? Because they had the nitrogen in there.
Which means that they're just putting air into it, right?
Right. It like it aerates it. Think of it as kind of like aerating a wine in a decanter.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure people who really know stuff about beer are like screaming right now. Like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I like to look at it.
They probably don't listen.
So it does tell you that when you buy it in the bottle to pour it completely like upside down, like a 90 degree, right? That'd be 90 degrees.
No,
whatever.
That's an angle.
Well, whatever. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, sure. Let's call it that. The point is turn the bottle completely upside down, and that helps, everything get a little bit smoother. And it does taste like more of a creamy consistency.
It is creamy.
So shout out to them. They make some really good beers. If you haven't tried anything from Belching Beaver, go for it. But their peanut butter milk stout, especially the nitro, is really good.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. It is a dark beer. And I've come around on the dark beers.
I know you. I know. And I'm sure when you have something that has like a taste that you already kind of like if you already like peanut butter and you find a good one, like that's definitely going to help you out. You know what I mean? And again, outside of people with allergies, I've never found anyone who doesn't like peanut butter.
Armand doesn't like peanut butter.
What?
Now,
and he's in the medical profession. He can't give advice. I'm never going to listen to him.
It was such a score. Let me just tell you. Halloween, I was like, give me all your Reese's. And he was like, no problem. I was like, yes.
That is an incredible upside.
Oh my God. Beyond. Kayla and I would fight for them, but I would try to get there first.
All right. So how about this? How about I read you a little bit from these notes here?
Okay.
Let me give you some peanut butter facts.
Give me the background.
Okay, so somebody, here we go. Marcellus Gilmore Edson, okay, of Montreal, Canada. He's a person that obtained a patent for basically making peanut butter. Or in this case, it was a method of producing butter from peanuts. But this is back in 1884. All right. And then as it like got cooled, he noticed that it resembled like a butter or a lard or something. So he was like, well, that's just butter from peanuts. Hence peanut butter. There you go.
Wow.
Bang.
Riveting.
I know. What would you do without me?
The hard-hitting facts.
It's like I'm April O'Neil.
Who the hell is that?
What? The reporter from the Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
I tried to skew it to something I thought you would know.
I don't remember names. I don't remember April O'Neil.
Fair enough.
I have a fact for you, though.
Oh, give me a fact.
Did you know, Omar?
What?
Even though nut is in its name, a peanut is actually not a nut. It's a legume.
I did know that.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's something I want to say I learned a long time ago. But it's one of those things that you're like, now I can be like this.
I have a smart
Yeah, you can be the smart ass kid that walks up to, you know what I mean? Someone
that annoying kid.
That's not a nut. And they're just like, why didn't
we hate Omar? This kid?
He thinks he's so smart.
It makes sense though, because it grows in a pod. Just the way that other legumes do. Soybeans, there's lentils. So it grows in that little pod because you forget, it's in a whole like long little shell and you crack it open. Yeah. They don't come just perfectly but yeah, I didn't know that. So that was my fact that I was like, wow.
See, that's dope. So here's the thing with peanut butter. So we wanted to do just an episode of it, not only because we want to respect National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. It's national, by the way. But it's one of those things that I feel like it's one of those foods that goes with a lot of stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of foods that do that. It's not, but this one is one of my favorites.
You can do a lot with it.
And that's why literally when I was doing notes, I was just like listing things. I was like, it goes with jelly, obviously. It goes with chocolate. It goes with ice cream. It goes like every time we go get frozen yogurt, you're like, where's the peanut butter sauce?
Man, guys, if you have not drizzled peanut butter on your frozen yogurt, you're missing out on life. Just try it. And I take it a step further and I put peanuts on it. And sometimes, if I'm being real nasty, I'll put some Reese's peanut butter cup crumbles all over it, and it's just like.
But do you ever get the peanut butter frozen yogurt?
Sometimes.
So it's just like a peanut orgy.
But in your little cup. Yes, it's like overload. Like, I really like it.
But yet, okay, if we were to go to Five Guys,
I don't go there.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. And it's like
I'm just kidding. I mean, I excuse me. I've only been there once. Their fries are excellent. The burger I was not impressed with. I felt like it was just like size-wise, like it had a lot of elements there, but flavor-wise, I felt like it was just bland. It didn't have a lot of flavor for me. Right. So it wasn't, I was just like, okay, tried it. I don't need to eat that again. But well, I mean, I will try it for.
No, I mean, you try it. Well, that burger, obviously, and Five Guys. The only reason I bring it up because it doesn't have anything to do with peanut butter. It's the fact that there's peanuts there, like at the tables and stuff, and you can just literally grab some peanuts and sit down and just while you wait. Oh,
they probably still have that anymore because of COVID. I bet. Watch.
Well, I don't think you could even eat in there now. Oh, yeah, so, definitely not. True. But. See, crack research team just let us know that they use peanut oil. Again, another reason why our good friend Nigel, co-host of the Gumbo Pot podcast, you can find it on YouTube. He's like, nah, I stay away from that because he's got a peanut allergy, so that really sucks. But speaking of hamburgers, there is a hamburger spot in, is it La Habra?
Oh, Mark? I know what you're talking about.
Or Alhambra. Oh no, Mark's gonna research it. But it started off. There's a hamburger spot. It started off as a food truck. I think it was even in one of the Food Network food truck challenge race things. And it's in Alhambra. Thank you. And it's called Grill 'Em All, and it is a heavy metal themed hamburger joint. So, like I said, it used to be a truck, and all the hamburgers are named after heavy metal bands. But they have a hamburger there called the D Snyder, and it has peanut butter on it and sriracha on it. Damn. And I know that when I told you about it, you were like, that sounds gross.
It sounds gross. I'm not
down. And we went, and what happened?
And I tried it, and I was like, whoa.
Delicious.
That's different. I know. And I'm not mad. Now, I wouldn't order it, though. Because that's just not I'll try it and appreciate it, but I don't want the whole thing.
Right. If it was like a slider at like an event, you would be like, yo, man, I had like maybe 2 of those sliders. But like to order, and it's a big burger. They don't mess around.
Yes.
They're heavy metal.
Those burgers are delicious.
Yeah, those are really good. But if you are in, Alhambra.
We need to have a burger couch quickie.
Go. Yeah. So good.
Definitely.
But did you have anything to say about hamburgers?
No, I was not prepared for hamburger.
So let's go. Let's talk about the 3 big ones, right? The 3 big brands of peanut butter.
Okay.
We've got,
according to who?
According to, let's say, America. According to what the commercials. I don't know. I'm sure there's some really kick-ass European peanut butters that I'll never try. If any of our European listeners would like to send us a care package, send us a DM. We'll give you an address. We want some peanut butter from.
But they're gonna probably call it something else, like peanut paste.
Maybe I don't know.
They're like, oh, peanut paste. Yes, we love that.
Oh God, what's it called in Australia? They have like the best name for stuff.
Peanut smear.
Pinot. Okay, so here's the thing. The ones that like when you ask somebody peanut butter, like what's your favorite? What would you say? Go.
Oh, probably Jif.
Okay. Mark.
Is Jif the same as Jiffy? Are those the same?
I've never had Jiffy peanut butter.
Oh, maybe I just made that up.
I've had like Jiffy Pop. Like
maybe it's not the same.
Peanut butter.
I'm gonna look that up.
All right,
okay,
Mark,
go on.
Favorite peanut butter?
Alex. Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Alan says anything creamy. He's looking for a date.
He likes creamy.
If there's any of you peanut butter ladies out there, let us know. I would have to say that I like Jif.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
I don't really remember the difference.
The three big ones, the three big ones are Skippy, Jif, and Peter Pan.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you remember Peter Pan?
I do remember Peter Pan.
My mom used to buy Peter Pan a lot.
I think my grandma had Peter Pan every once in a while.
They all have so much sugar in them, though. I try not to.
Well, here's the thing. Peter Pan peanut butter is, at least in the U.S., is the first peanut butter. Like it's the oldest.
Okay.
I'm not going to say
like
the oldest big brand.
Okay.
Right? Because it's from 1920.
Okay.
From there came Skippy, which was 1932, and Jif didn't come out till 1955. But if I'm not mistaken, Jif is actually sweeter than all of the other peanut butters, which is why like it gained popularity in America.
I see.
But yeah.
Well, I bought the, I don't even know if this is even, I bought the one that says natural on it.
Okay. Well, that
because I was like, at least
okay. Well, that leads
low sodium.
Well, that leads me to a question in regards to that. Like, usually natural means that you have to stir it.
Right. This one says no need to stir.
Okay. So what do you think about stir versus no stir peanut butter?
I think most of the time when they say no stir, except for this one, it's bullshit.
You still stir?
They still have liquid on the top.
Well, yeah, I mean, the oil separate.
Yeah. So guess what? I'm stirring. Your claim is wrong. This is a true no stir.
Okay.
Okay. This is probably the only no stir I've bought that I don't have to stir. And I still stir it just because I want to. But now that
just because it makes me feel good.
I just like to incorporate. Let's see. So this one is made from peanuts, sugar, palm oil, contains 2% or less of salt, molasses. Okay, so it doesn't have a lot of ingredients, which is good. It's 190 calories per 2 tablespoons.
The thing with the peanut butter is that it always has more ingredients than necessary. Because how do you make peanut butter? With peanuts. You don't need anything else.
Yeah.
You can add a little bit of salt depending on your salt flavor. Like,
no, it needs salt and sugar.
Yeah, what you like. But no, I don't think it needs sugar.
It needs. Have you had really natural peanut butter unsweetened? It's disgusting. You haven't had it then, because
I've had unsalted. I prefer salted peanut butter, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like if I'm buying Trader Joe's peanut butter, like I'll go with the salted.
No.
I like that.
I always buy unsalted.
But unsalted peanut butter without sugar, I feel you. It's like, yeah, it's a mouthful of peanuts and it's not necessarily the flavor that you grew up in. But that doesn't make it not peanut butter.
No, I didn't say that.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, how about this? How about these other peanut butter brands? We already said Trader Joe's, right? But what about...
we have 3 minutes.
What about Justin's peanut butter?
Justin's is good. It's, I just squeeze it out of the packet, suck on it.
But it's normally almond butter that I think we have that's Justin's.
Yeah, I typically use more almond butter just for health reasons. Like it's
right. Well, you know
healthier, but
we're not gonna do a couch quickie on almond butter.
No.
I'll fucking tell you that. So I'll tell you right now, almond butter sucks. Like I'll eat it. Don't get me wrong. Like you said, if you want to put it in a smoothie, like
in your oatmeal, it's
I'm
really
with it.
good.
You want to throw it in oatmeal, it's cool. But I don't feel like anybody craves almond butter.
No.
Like you're like, oh man, I could totally like unless
There's
you've like
healthy
trained
food
your
people
brain
that
that it's like, look, it's healthy or not.
But I don't.
And kudos to you. But like as far as being an amazing flavor to chase after, yeah, almond butter is not it. Yeah, not at all. And like again, it's not smooth at all ever. Even if you buy creamy.
Speaking of that. Speaking of that, let's do real quick because we only have a couple more minutes.
Okay.
I did a poll on IG.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I did a creamy peanut butter versus crunchy. And everyone, creamy peanut butter outbeat the crunchy. What are your thoughts on that? Are you creamy or are you crunchy?
I'm crunchy. or chunky or whatever. I said chunky at the beginning of the show. Has it always been crunchy?
It's crunchy.
Well, I want chunky, crunchy peanut butter all day. Like, I'm about it.
Yeah, I'll take it any way it comes, if we're being really honest.
But you have to have a preference, right?
But typically, if you're like, hey, I'm making a PB, and might I add, here's the other thing. I usually buy both. I will buy a crunchy and a creamy and have both.
That's a smart way to do it.
Because maybe I want creamy one day, but more times than not, I want crunchy. I like that crunch.
It's so good.
Yeah, yeah.
And here's the funny thing is, every time we go to the store, actually, before we move on, I'm seeing some faces. Again, Alan, crunchy or creamy?
Of
Mark,
course.
crunchy or creamy?
Extra crunch.
Extra see, extra crunchy.
I could have guessed both of those answers.
But you know what I mean? But of course, we'll eat it no matter what. But every time we go to the store, I'm always like, here, buy the gallon of peanut butter. And you're always like, no, that's too much.
Well, no, only because I like to buy the more natural ones. I don't want to buy the one that's filled with
but it's
sugar,
not like it goes bad. Oh, you mean that they don't make them in those huge sizes?
No.
That's true.
So
I would at Costco?
I don't know. We don't go to Costco.
I know. We paid for that membership and never
One
went.
time.
Because COVID hit, and I was like, I'm not gonna wait in a line for 2 hours next to people just to buy a gallon of peanut butter.
Okay, so do you like white bread or wheat bread with your PB&J?
Wheat bread.
I prefer wheat as well, but soft wheat.
Right, sure, but as long as it's wheat. And here's the thing: the poll you put up, our listeners chose white. But these were all slim margins too, by the way. It was like creamy beat crunchy, but not by much.
Right.
And white beat wheat, but not by much.
Right. And
I feel like the creamy people are also the white bread people. Because I feel like if you get like a big dollop of like creamy,
I think so.
You're probably less likely to tear the bread than if you're laying down gravel like us when we get that chunky out. Because that shit will grind.
They don't match.
It'll grind your Wonder Bread to dust. Like
peel it right off.
It disrespects white bread.
I found a fact.
Okay.
Speaking of that said,
It sounded like a Dora situation. Like, hey, I found a fact.
Put
it in your backpack, yo. All right, we'll go.
Smooth peanut butter eaters self-reported as being more introverted, while crunchy peanut butter eaters tend to be more extroverted.
Bang. So if you like to fucking party, you eat crunchy peanut butter.
And our time is up.
Oh, man.
Thank God.
Well, you know what? Look. Okay. Sure, the time is up, but we didn't get to... No,
there's so many more peanut butter facts.
I'm serious.
I'm like, we're done with this.
Okay. Do you remember the TV show Mr. Ed?
Yeah.
Do you know how he was the talking horse?
Yeah.
Do you know how they got him to talk?
Let me guess. They put peanut butter.
Oh my God, you are so smart. Did you guys think she was gonna get it? I didn't think she was gonna get it.
Wow.
How about the fact that Americans spend almost $800 million a year on peanut butter? These are facts. These are hard-hitting facts about peanut butter, and you refuse to acknowledge them, and I will not stay silent any longer on this peanut.
I'm like, the show is over. I found these facts, I'm going to say them, damn
Okay, so that's fine. The show is over. We'll go ahead and call it. But one last question.
Bruh.
And I feel like everybody who listens will also have an opinion on this. We should have put this as a poll.
Okay.
What about the Smucker's Goobers?
What
yes or no? Oh, you don't even know what that is?
Are those is that candy?
Do we have another half an hour for us to explain the intricacies of goobers? All right.
Are those the goober candies?
No. It was it's a jar of peanut butter.
Oh, with the swirl,
but
with the mix.
Well,
the
yeah, it's like stripes.
Yeah, no.
Have you ever had it?
I don't remember. I think I was just like, nah.
Man, it was not good.
It doesn't look
like
good.
It was made by Smuckers.
And
like, their jelly's fire, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it was I remember, and it was always there.
Yeah.
And I don't know who liked it.
Who always where at your house?
Like at my grandma's house. There was always. I'm guessing grandma liked it. Fuck me, right? Like,
but maybe no one ate it and it just stayed there for years and years.
No, well, like somebody.
It was the same jar that you've been looking at your whole
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I never
no one
once
liked it.
I never once checked the SKU. I never checked the
You never even
barcode.
opened to see if it was like.
Well, no, here's the thing is that when you look at it on the shelf, it's awesome, right? You're like, oh, look at this. It's like
I don't think that. I'm
Goobers,
like, ew.
Goobers is the fruit stripe gum of peanut butter. You're looking at it, you're like, okay, look, it's got these straight lines because they're straight, right? And you're like, dope. But the second that you use it, it becomes this slush, this like, it's nasty. It loses all aesthetic, like pleasantry. I don't like it, and I wonder if our listeners ever had to deal with or like Goobers.
Nah.
No. What about those frozen?
I think we're done.
What about those frozen peanut? Wait, hold on.
We're done.
What about those frozen peanut butter pop? What are they called? The Uncrustables.
But that's okay.
Okay. Oh, now you have something to say.
Not,
Uncrustables.
That's more of a peanut butter and jelly conversation. That's not a peanut butter lovers talk conversation.
I mean,
I fuck with Uncrustables. They're terrible for you.
I feel like
they're terrible for you, but they're low key kind of bomb. Especially when you put them in the fridge and they're cold. But I don't buy them because they're not good for you. So
right. Well, no, we don't buy them. I mean, we're not 12. But the thing is, okay.
Oh,
seriously, the last thing, because this is crazy. I went to I went to a funeral. I went to a funeral once. And you know when you go back to the house and everybody, you have food and everybody serves food or whatever.
Totally.
There was a huge platter of Uncrustables at like this old man's funeral. It was like the best thing ever. I was like, this dude, he really lived the life.
He went out with a bang.
Because if there's Uncrustables here, I should have gotten to know him better.
If I die before you, do not fucking put Uncrustables at my fucking funeral, okay?
Okay, first off, there's absolutely no way you're going to die first. Just by the fact that I'm a guy, I'll probably kick the bucket way before you.
And the way that you eat,
and
with
if that's
your blood
the case,
pressure, forget about it.
There you go. If that's the case, put extra chunky jars of peanut butter. I'm going to call it.
We got to go. Time is up. Omar
Nadia
apparently
doesn't
want to
keep
talking.
going. She's disrespecting peanut butter, guys.
I'm trying to respect the rules of our show.
Oh, that's true. That's true. If only we did a short one like the R&B episode.
I was really trying to get one in 20. Like, can we just have one?
Maybe next one. How about that? Oh my God. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. This was another episode of Couch Quickies. I've been your host, Omar, and my co-host,
Nadia Moham.
You know where to find us on IG and on YouTube. Look for us. We'll be there. Take it easy.
Bye. You'd like it.
You know what's crazy? I think I